Hey, this is Max. Welcome back to another CSR2 video. I am here with the prize car Lamborghini SC20. I'm going to do a quick review on this car for you. Now, I want to first thank Nitro for CSR for providing me access to his account, which allows me to test a fully maxed version of this car and give you my take on this car as far as whether I think it'll be long-term useful in the game and how good I feel this car is compared to some of the others in the game. Now, fully maxed, this car is not bad. It is a 6.8 something car on a 7.0 dyno, meaning it'll dyno 7.0 and run better than that, which is always a positive. So 6.8 is also relatively fast time compared to most other cars, but quite frankly, most of the current prize cars are at least 7.0 cars. So having a 6.8 car really doesn't make it stand out as much as it would in the past. Nonetheless, not super difficult to drive. Not that I drove it properly or anything there, but if you drive it perfectly, you should be able to get like a 6.8 something out of it. Now, it's great that it's relatively fast max, but that doesn't really make it useful. Outside of being maxed, is it still good? Well, unfortunately, I don't see this car being really what they call a low performance point high evo car, which generally you can find out its potential pretty fast when you put cars like this to a certain setting, such as a stage 5 TNT, to see where the evo points fall. If you're dropping all the rest of these parts or putting them maybe to stage 2 or 3 and then checking here to see what the points are with tuning, of course, with tuning, it gives you the potential of the car as far as low performance point high evo. And we know those low performance point high evo cars have very good lobby advantage in live and therefore can be quite useful in live racing. However, this car at 656 can only reach about 1300 something on the evo points. Now, is that terrible? No. Is it great? Well, no. I mean, it's not a bad car. It's not a terrible car, but it certainly can be better. So, unfortunately, compared to other cars with low performance point high evo, this car doesn't stand out in any way whatsoever. What about dyno beating? Well, we know that this car can beat dyno a little bit fully maxed. It could probably beat a dyno somewhere in between as well by at least a tenth or two. Can it be tuned to do more? Well, that's where the evo drop comes in. So you would have to look to see if there's in fact a spot at which there's a substantial drop, something like that, okay, where it does something really big, like 12.0 to, say, 13.4. So that's a major drop, and therefore it is a dyno buster, but at 427 evo points, that's pretty much useless to you as far as making RP. Sure, you can run a few people in live and bet some money and potentially win that, but again, this is not a very strong setup. Now, can you upgrade this setup and still maintain that evo drop? That's where the car can potentially become rather useful in live, because it'll beat dyno with the evo drop and still maintain enough evo to make it worth your while. Well, sure, but at that point, when you're doing the evo drop setup, you have already gained so much performance point that the car will not have any lobby advantage. It will simply be lobbied with other cars, but maybe up to beat dyno. Well, unfortunately for this car, lots of cars can do that, and it doesn't really make it stand out. So therefore, again, while it's possible to be useful in live, certainly with the dyno beater tune, something like this, where dyno's 11.74s and can possibly run 10.8s or possibly 11 flat at the minimum. So you're beating dyno by 3/4 tenths with tuning and shifting. That's a good thing. But is it enough to truly destroy everybody else or guarantee you wins in live? Probably not. So again, it'll be a useful car, but not super useful. However, it is a good looking car. As far as the roadsters are concerned, I kind of like this one the best. So there's that going for it. Is it worth it to put all your Lamborghini Fusions into? Probably not. So, as far as my opinion of this car, it's to me, if you were to grade it from A to F, this will probably fall right near like a B minus C plus range as far as cars in the game are concerned for me. So for me at least, when I get the car, the only reason I would build it is mostly to finish the final event, not because I plan to use this car in any significant way in the long run. Does this mean nobody can find a nice setup for it? No. I mean, somebody may put some effort into tuning and finding the right lobby with the right setup for this car, so don't underestimate it when you see it in the live lobby. It can probably still beat you. But in the long run, there's just a lot better cars that are easier to set up and easier to use out there, so there's no reason for me to invest heavily into this one. Well, that is my review of this SC20. Feel free to comment or ask me questions or give me your opinions if you find that I missed something important about the car. In any case, if you like the video, leave a like. If you like my channel and would like to get notifications when I put up videos like this, subscribe, hit the bell, and you'll get those notifications. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. I'll catch you next time.